No human is illegal.
Power to the people.
No human is illegal.
Power to the people.
I say worker, you say power. Worker.
Power.
Worker.
Power.
Worker, worker.
Power, power.
Okay, that sounds a little bit better. You have more of that solar energy going. Okay, the next speaker is Boston City Councilman Yancey, Charles Yancey, and he's been an advocate and activist fighting for the rights of all the people, not just in his district, but in the city and in the state. He's been an activist for the rights of, I'm sorry, I'm thinking in Spanish. Okay, so he has a long record of fighting for youth, the rights for youth, education, against gender bias, and racial justice. As you know, Councilman Chuck Turner, whether you're a fan of his or not, you know that part of what happened to him had to do with witch hunting. Charles Yancey was the only person in the city council that stood up for his right not to be kicked out without fair hearing. So he may be next. So please help us to welcome City Councilor Charles Yancey.
Muchas gracias, Dorothea. I am, of course, very honored to be with you this afternoon as we celebrate workers' rights. We can never take any of our rights for granted. We live in a very difficult time in this country where the levels of oppression are in fact increasing, not decreasing. And the level of inequality is increasing, not decreasing. And the level of overall racism and sexism and gender bias is increasing, not decreasing. I believe that Boston can set the stage to begin to turn that around. I believe that Boston has a great legacy of fighting for human rights. So people just like you and I, even though some may say we're small in number, we're powerful in terms of our commitment to basic human rights and basic justice.
National Workers' Day, and there's a lot of bad things happening to working people around the world. And one of those things is war, occupation, bombing, and destruction. What do folks here, you guys think it's a humanitarian intervention in Libya? No! I've never seen a humanitarian intervention that drops depleted uranium on people. That billions of dollars are spent on that intervention while our health care, while our services, and while our education is cut in this country. So next up we have a speaker from the anti-war movement, Marilyn Levin, a longtime activist and a leader of the United National Anti-War Coalition Committee. Thanks, Marilyn.
Hello, everybody. I'm bringing you a statement from UNAC. On May Day, we celebrate the struggles of the international working class and the oppressed and exploited everywhere for peace and justice. Let every day be May Day. On May Day, we pledge to renew our commitment to end all wars of plunder and conquest abroad and all the wars against working people at home. Bring all the war dollars, war contractors, mercenaries, and troops home now.
Is a sign of this. It's to help out those who are afraid, those who are abused by their countries, and who are so afraid of standing up for themselves. That's what you are sharing in here today. You are sharing the light for all of them. The struggle of one group should be the struggle of all of us. Speaking of third world countries, even after Haiti had broken the chain of slavery and spread the news around the world to help deliver our brothers and sisters, after defying the greatest nations, they have never given up. Speaking of the big powers of the world who runs today's planet, they want to make sure that they keep us, they've destroyed us, and broken our faith so that we will never fight again, so the rest of the world will stay silent. We will rise. We will always rise. We need to help Haiti in the struggle. Let's not allow this great slavery victory revolt of 1804 if you didn't know, out of all slavery revolt on this planet Earth, Haiti was the only one that came out with an independence. It is something that they don't like, and they're going to see to it that we pay the consequences as of today. Although our enemies are very strong, but guess what? Together, we are stronger.
You'll be able to hear and see better. And we need, yeah, right here. And there's some vocals that you can join in if you feel inspired, please.
The shadows of ICE detention.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
These are the shadows of numerous Haitians who were deported to Haiti despite cholera and post-earthquake destruction.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
And this is a tree who refuses to bear leaves.
Hey! 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 These are the shadows of the children whose mothers were taken and detained in Texas after a raid on a textile factory in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Hey! 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 And this is a picture of a dog that never stops howling. Hey! 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 This is the shadow of Ijmar Alves Araujo from Brazil, who was arrested after a routine traffic stop and died in ICE custody after being denied his epilepsy medication, even though his sister tried to deliver it. Hey! 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 And this is a picture of a stone with a tear running down its face. Hey! Hey! Hey!
This is the shadow of Maria Bolaños from El Salvador. She was arrested after she requested help from the local police because her husband was beating her. She is still in detention today, fighting deportation. Hey!
Hey! Hey!
And this is a picture of barbed wire from a detention facility that collapses for no reason.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
This is the shadow of Emmanuel Owusu from Ghana. He was a legal permanent resident for 33 years. He was arrested for a misdemeanor charge from 1979 and sat in ICE detention for 2 years until he died of a heart complication.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
And this is a bucket which spills the tears of the families.